Louisiana Beer Reviews 18, Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor. Mickey's Malt Liquor is a Miller product, and it has been since 1999 when Miller made their blockbuster deal with Pabst. Mickey's was a Pabst product before that, but when Pabst bought out all the Stroh's line, Miller got involved and they bought the Mickey's line, the Old English, and the hams from Pabst. And also Miller made the deal with Pabst too. They would share breweries and brew together. Anyway, I don't know when Mickey's first started. There's nothing on the Miller website indicating when Mickey's was rolled out. I do know it's 5.6% alcohol, which is very low for a malt liquor actually. There's also a Mickey's Ice, which is slightly higher in alcohol, 5.8%. Here's an old Mickey's bottle from the 90s. And Mickey's is famous for its barrel-shaped bottle with the wide mouth and the fighting hornet on the cap. Here's a later bottle from around 2003 or so. You can see the cap was modified. Here's a Mickey's can from about 1996 or 7. Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor. You see it has a hand with a bat in it. A castle tower, has shamrocks, has the hornet of course, and the colors for Mickey is black and gold. Green and gold. Thinking about the Saints game tomorrow. Here's a modern Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor can. Still have the green and gold with the hornet. And it's a pretty attractive can, I think. Attractive design. And here's a Mickey's bottle that I just bought. You can see the barrel. Glass is cut to look like a barrel. And the Mickey's label. A little darker gold Mickey's cap. Mickey's gets a C- on Beer Advocate. Mickey's Ice also gets a C-. I gave it a B on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer hates it. The people there hate it. Gave very low rating. Average score of 1 out of 5. The Beer and Me, I gave it a high rating, but I was the only one. However, Mickey's Ice won just as recently as 2007, and they've won other awards, but as recently as 2007, Mickey's Ice won the silver medal at the Great American Beer Festival for American Style Specialty Lager. And Mickey's, the regular Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, won the bronze in 2007 for American Style Specialty Lager, and also in the 2000s they won silver and gold. That beer won silver and gold. Miller says that the Big Mouth bottle is one of the beer's brand equities. That's the term they use to describe it. I want to try to keep an open mind when I review this today, and not think about what I said in the past. I want to give it a fair review. So here we go. I'm going to crack this 12-ounce green glass bottle open. Now, I'm going to give it the pour. It's a very cold mug. The bottle's pretty cold too. You can see it has a very thick white head, which you would expect from a malt liquor. The color is golden, very clear appearance, golden color. Really looks nice. It's not pale. See a lot of carbonation, bubbles streaming up the glass. Give it a smell test here. The Miller website describes the fruitiness and the sweetness, and you really pick that up. This is very sweet and fruity. It's a very sweet and fruity aroma. You do get a subtle beer smell also. That head is sticking around nice. Let's see how much more we can pour in here. Not much. It's frothy. It's got a lot of charge in it. Look at all those bubbles. Okay, now we're going to give it the taste test. One thing I'll tell you is that there's no skunkiness with this one here. It's in the green bottle, but it wasn't skunk. Sometimes beer in a green or clear bottle will have that foul, skunky smell because the light damages the beer. But in this case, that's not happening. The taste. I'm going to give it another one. Mickey's has a solid beer flavor, but it's not really strong. There is a sort of a bitter aftertaste, however. You you can pick up some citrusy sweetness, fruitiness, but it's not strong. It's not pronounced. It's just a subtle flavor character, really. Um, let's see. You see a pretty good amount of lacing. I've noticed this in the past with this malt liquor. This is a hard beer to describe. It has a good taste, but it's different. It's not going to taste like other malt liquors. You got a stronger middle um, vegetable sort of grain, probably wheat, barley, and some corn together. The hop bitterness is minimal. They don't put a lot of hops in malt liquor. It's they focus on the barley malt. Um, but there's a dab of hops to balance out the taste. The mouthfeel is moderate. It's medium. It's sort of full-bodied. It's not a heavy beer, but it's not thin. It's not really that watery. Uh, so if you like a full-bodied, I would say robust beer, this might be the one. Um, I've never had the chance to actually taste Mickey's Ice. I've seen it once in Philadelphia and I didn't buy it. That was silly, but I'm gonna try to pick it up again if I'm ever traveling about. It's not, the Mickey's Ice is not sold in Louisiana, but the Mickey's malt liquor is very common here. In the 40 ounces, the 16-ounce cans, and sometimes 24-ounce cans, and especially the 12-ounce barrel. I call it the barrel bottle. Um, okay, how would I rate this beer? It's got that Miller, it certainly has that Miller High Life, Miller Genuine Draft vegetable predominancy to it, which I don't love, to tell you the truth. But that's Miller. I don't know. I guess it's the corn, the yellow corn grits they use, which is really a grain, not a vegetable. Of course, they don't have any greens in it. I don't know, but it's unique. Mickey's is unique. It has its own flavor, and I'm sorry I can't give it a really good description. I can't. It's like most Miller products. It's rounded, so nothing. The barley doesn't stand out. The hops don't stand out. The the, the corn doesn't stand out. The yeast doesn't stand out. It just has a beer flavor, and it's not too sweet and cloying. Some malt liquors are hard to tolerate, but this isn't. I mean, it's easy drinking. If I was watching the Cotton Bowl, for instance, uh, tonight, and I was drinking these, um, yeah, I could drink these. It's not too heavy. I mean, it's not. You wouldn't want to drink a lot, but I mean, if you're used to drinking light beer, you're gonna drink this and think it's jarring, it's harsh, you probably hate it. But if you're like me and you drink a lot of full-bodied beers, American-style lagers, and plus I drink a lot of other stuff, I think you'd appreciate it because it is good. Um, okay, here we go. I'm gonna go with a B, but I think I'm gonna on this one. I think I'm gonna go with a B minus. It's good. It's not a solid good, but it's a good B minus. It's better than just average because it has that special character to it, and I would recommend giving it a try. I think even if you don't like it, you're gonna remember it. It's not dull, for sure. It's not a dull malt liquor. And if you've never drank malt liquor, this would be a good introduction because some of the other ones like Steel Reserve, I would not drink that the first time I tried malt liquor. Don't do that. But this is a good, say maybe drink Ice House at 5.5%, and then Mickey's and maybe Magnum, and then you can move up to King Cobra, something like that. But anyway, I'm going to end the review. Let me give it one more taste. You can really pick up that grain, that barley and corn. If it didn't have that little bit of a harsh aftertaste, I'd give it a solid B instead of a B minus. But Laissez-Les Bon Ton Roulé, it is a good beer. Go ahead, try it. I think you'll like it. Going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.